Welcome back, guys. Today I got a very special video. I've got the Labbit joining me. It was just his birthday today, so I figured we'd make a video together. You've seen him in other videos. You've seen him in my Apex clips, in my Master Challenge series, more importantly. But today we're going to open some Wandering Travelers packs and build a Floowandereeze deck. Floowandereeze are my personal favorite deck. I play them IRL, so I know all the combos. Unfortunately, we didn't get Advent of Adventure. Hopefully, we'll get that soon. But we got most of the main ones. Gonna spend as many gems as I can to get these, but I'm just glad that Snow is UR. Ain't nobody playing that fucking garbage. Let's get into it.
See, for me here, this is the first look into building some of the classes of Floowandereeze. I've just been on the receiving end of B towns, so it's gonna be a new experience.
We're looking for SRs. URs are. Okay, we'll pull some adventure shit. No, I'll take it.
Seeing a lot more stuff in this pack is pretty cool as well. There's gonna be some really cool time live here.
Come on, trash. All right. I'm too impatient for that. One Eaglin. Let's see. One Stree. No toucan. We got fucking. Okay, there's toucan.
Are you only looking for the Floowandereeze cards, or do you have any of the accessories missing?
Oh yeah, I'm just looking for the Floowandereeze cards. I'll craft everything else. We'll make one. It's gonna be fun to play with. Too late for this. Ooh, upgrade there.
For what it's worth, the RNG here is at least 20 gems.
Yeah.
You have any 10 packs at once.
Come on. Where's my upgrade? I got you. Oh, there's Apex Avian. Ruin Force. There's the one Impen. We need one more Eaglin, 3 more Rabina. One of these is good. Oh, damn. Magnificent Map's a rare. So we got a replace out of that. That's perfect. We got Draco Sack. Still missing Right of Aramesir and Enchantress. But that's fine. I don't play Adventure anyways. Run it back.
Is there any purpose to that advanced draw in Floowandereeze?
Probably not. Come on. I got the Royal for fucking... Oh, I guess kind of make an Evil Twin deck now. There's our second Impen. That's all that we need. More Stree. Useless. Scary Sea. We need Dreaming Town. We need a copy of Dreaming Town. There's our Dreaming Town. Perfect.
With it being normal, this seems to be a decently affordable deck.
Yeah, for real. One of the URs don't even play. Alright, we'll do one more. See where this gets us. Come on, Rabina. Another
You get a guaranteed UR next time.
Ooh. Alright, let's just build a deck here. 2 of these.
And this time, with audio.
With audio. One of these.
Again, the day in the life of, I think, out of the 10 episodes we posted, we've recorded maybe 16 episodes.
Yeah, that's true. 3 of these, 1 of these. Terraforming is in this game, right?
Yes.
It's not banned.
No. I believe they give that to you in one of the basic decks as well, but I might want that one.
Eaglin, Rabina, Dimensional Shifter.
You could go into some of the rationale behind some of these. Like, why do you only run one of the continuous spell?
You don't want to see it. I like to run 2 IRL as like my side deck. Oh, I can run 3 Dimfizz. That might actually be decent in here. Might want to try that. It's searchable. So, Floowandereeze Dreaming Town is always the one you want to search, but it's nice to see this in the opening hand. Or if you go for a second Impen,
Yes.
You get it. It's pretty nice. Like there's no once per turn on Impen, so if you summon it again, you can get both in a turn. But other than that, like you could run 3 Rabina because it's your main starter that you want to get off of. Then you run 3 Eaglin because it's the main one that you're searching to get your higher. I'll both give you that extra normal summon. Stree is you have to banish 1, so keep your D-Shifter online. Toucan or Tucan, if you want to call it that, is just 1 Floowandereeze card that's banished. So it's pretty decent. Let's go Apex, Avian. Do I have a Mega Ryza? Ooh, 1 Mega Ryza. Yeah, you always run Mega Ryza because you can be searched. You can search it, but being level 6, you can't search Mega Ryza. Dimensional. Where's Shifter?
That's a gap in levels then for the 2 searches, correct?
It's 7 or higher.
But the other one is a
Oh
level
yeah, it's level 4 lore.
Oh,
Beast. Where's Dimensional Shifter? I gotta be like blind or something.
Dimensional shifting.
Yeah, dimension shifter. We'll just look up shifter. You are. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Let's do. I like the Harpy Harpist combo, but I really like. Harpy Featherstorm. Throw Duster in there. Damn, that's a UR too. And Harpist is an SR. Killing me, dog.
Well, Harpies are a fan favorite. It's not really that surprising.
What else to run in here? I need my actual deck.
Or it might just be Mai's boobs are a fan favorite, and so Harpies get boosted.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Maxi. I can run Maxi in here.
Forget the Maxi. Never.
Run as a 2.
That's interesting to see that you only run Maxi at 2.
I don't want to. I don't know.
It does kind of make sense considering both with Dimension Shifter and the fact that you do need multiple monsters to either extend through interruption or if you have tributes that you need stuff to actually.
I can actually run Prosperity now. Like, I don't own an IRL, so I run like the bootleg. I run Extrav. It's not as great, and it's definitely not like perfect, but
it does open actually a lot more interruption for you. You can run a small Monarch engine for your spell trap. It gives you a bit more defense as far as floodgates are concerned.
2 called by. Do I really want to run 2 called by?
Not to mention that, but if you have enough of them, you can even run something like Pantheism. It's a very broken card for what it does.
Yeah. Let's see if 2 called by. 2 called by is probably good enough. What else do I have in my fucking... What am I missing? What 4 cards am I missing?
Well, for hand trapping and for people playing around hand traps, what do you think is like the most fragile point of the whole play chain?
Of Floowandereeze?
Yes.
If they don't have a way to get to Magnificent Map, then just ashing or negating Imperm, Valor, their Rabina, because then they're left with a 600 monster that you don't even get the second monster because you have to get the search. Or pinching them at their Eaglin, so they're just stuck with 2 small monsters on board, because you don't get the big search, so they can't tribute it unless they have it in the hand. But I prefer just barrier statue. That's what it is. It's 1.
Looking at the odds is even a bit heavier of a monster lineup than I kind of expected.
Yeah, well, Maxi's in here, so that's gonna up my count a bit, but. SR, jeez. Expensive ass cards. Fuck, man. What other cards am I running in? Oh, it's Advent of Adventure. But I shouldn't because I replaced them with 2 Maxi Book of Moon. I got 2 books.
You can go over that about why you run Book of Moon unless you've already gone.
So Book of Moon, you run it so. Effect Veiler is only face up. You target 1 face up. So you activate Rabina. They're going to chain using Effect Veiler. And then you Book of Moon your Rabina. And so the Effect Veiler can't negate it. It's the same with Skill Drain. You can normal summon, activate the effect, Book of Moon it, and there you go. And so you only run 2 because you don't want to always see it in your hand. Most of the time it's going to be dead. But it's not terrible.
Keep in mind there are also other interactions you can have with Book of Moon. Things like fizzling effects that are required to target one of your opponent's face-up monsters.
Yep.
If they target their own cards, you can use that as an interruption. Other things include for anything like infinite impermanence.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my real life deck if you want to keep talking to him.
Very well.
Oh, Gold Sark. I'm missing a Gold Sark and Dark Ruler. That's what I'm missing. Gold Sark comes up sometimes. It's nice to banish. Say you only have Eaglin in hand, you can banish Rabina. Normal summon Eaglin using Gold Sark. So Chainlink 1 Eaglin, Chainlink 2 Rabina. So Eaglin gets its search off, and then for its normal summon, Rabina adds itself back to the hand based on its own effect. So that's decent. Gold Sark.
Well, I would not recommend playing ABC on either the Master Duel ban list or the Master Duel prices.
You are?
Yep, and limited.
Well, I haven't only played it 1. I might actually just cut that. It's a good extender, but it's...
But for a combo for a similar ruling, there's something to point out among the text.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be broke. Okay, what can I cut here? Oh, we're on 42.
However, if you read any of the cards, they all resolve their first effect, typically a search, and then you're able to normal summon immediately after.
Let's drop Gold Sark, actually. The times it comes up isn't exactly fantastic. What's my extra deck here? Extra deck you're not using very often, like at all. So I just fill it with things that are like possible.
If you have any experimenting thoughts about it, I wouldn't exactly go too far. The cards restrict you from special summoning, so that is why you run a thin extra deck.
Yep. They're mainly there for you to Link Kariba I've gone into several times. Especially when you get hand trapped and it just kind of stops you. Otherwise everything else is like very situational or what you can just fill up with if you really want to. Farajit is another good one, but you're very seldom going into those cards. They do have a Zeus line here using the 3 Lyralisks, and then into a Downer Magician, into a Zeus. Oh my god, they're URs too? It's so damn expensive. Alright, I really should have been better prepared for this. Ooh. It is just nerd. Good.
It's an SR. Goddamn.
Yeah, I do have a Zeus because once upon a time I did play Zodiac. Or Dark's decent. It's just funny.
Zodiac is almost
Is Dark not in this game?
In the structure.
Is that too new?
Should be in the game. The Charmers and Familiars, I've seen them for other archetypes.
I guess Gloomy isn't in the game. I know that's newer. It doesn't matter. Let's go.
I've seen the Water Charmer.
Something else that I can't make. Cerberus would be decent. Might as well throw Appaloosa in here. Caustic Magician. Can make. I'm gonna be broke. Broke, I tell you.
As far as crossover, you're not really getting much from the Floowandereeze. I don't think they mix well with a really wide range of archetypes.
No, I've spent hours testing and everything else. It's pretty bad. I like Harpy's little small bounce. I like it to end my chain if I leave a Robina on field after tributing to bounce back in my hand for Scary or Dreaming Town. But let's see. What other links do I have that could be funny?
That said, there are a couple things I'd like to spotlight. First is that Apex Avion does have a couple of other decks that it has been featured in. Namely, before Samoric was banned, it was a somewhat popular Tri-Brigade tech option, as well as the fact that it gets played relatively often either in Endymion or Pendulum Magicians just for a free negate.
Why do I have 6 of these?
You have 8.
I know,
2
but
different
like,
rarities.
it's trash.
Which is crazy.
Might as well throw this man in there.
Another thing you could do is if you have space in your extra deck that you don't go into, is you could run Spirit Reaper and Ghost Cherries, I believe it is called.
Yeah,
You're
that's
able
true.
to snipe potential poor matchups. And that can completely be a game ender. Similarly, a lot of people have a turn under, and that's Droll and Lockbird in TCG.
Droll and
Right now it's
Lockbird
very-
does poo-poo on this deck, yeah.
Not
Quite.
just this deck, but most of the decks in the top of the meta, and even some of the top rogue decks. See combos, and not only see how to play through opposing matchups, but also how to play your matchup if you have that
Yeah.
deck.
I'm going to do a sample 5 and see what we can do from it.
Jesus Christ.
You scoop. You scoop.
No?
So what you're going to do is you're going to Prowess Prosperity. You're going to look for an Eaglin or a Rabina. Hopefully you get the Rabina so you can Rabina banish Toucan off of your Magnificent map. You're going to Rabina search Eaglin off of your extra normal summon from Rabina. You're going to normal Eaglin. Toucan's going to come back to your hand, chain link 2 on Eaglin. Eaglin is going to search Empen. And then for Eaglin's additional normal summon, you're going to normal summon Empen. You're going to search Dreaming Town. Rabina and Eaglin are in the grave, or are in banished, and then you're going to normal Toucan, target Eaglin. Eaglin comes back to hand, Rabina comes back to hand. You can pass turn from there or continue. But you're ending on a small one, and then you can go into the full Rabina chain and on an Apex Avian as soon as they enter their main phase too. or their main phase 1 as well. And then you have the Book of Moon to stop any hand traps as well.
Especially in this format, you really shouldn't be scooping turn 1 pretty much at all. Obviously, your opponent can open something like this as well, and that's always something to take into consideration. But this format in general is relatively slow with a lot of the top decks. Basically, the only top deck that could really kill you in one turn consistently would have to be Guard Dragons.
Oh, we're in gold 5. Oh, what's prohibited? What did I get rid of?
Dragon.
Oh, I got 2 goblins. Oh, and a Verte. I never made those cards in here anyways.
Sword Soul DPE.
Yeah.
With no DPE.
Well, there's DP in here.
Yeah, you can still run that fusion. Isn't there a drawback though, like the way people run Red Eyes fusion?
You just end phase or after your combo. All right, let's get in here.
I figured it'd be more of a restriction than a downside like that, but that's fair enough.
Put these cards back. Ah, why that guy? All right, you want to go first every time. You want to set up your negates. So, while it may look not like a combo deck just because you're not special summoning, you are normal summoning out the ass. I got nowhere to put my fucking deck box. Alright, this hand is not the greatest, but we can still do something out of this. We're going to go Eaglin. Eaglin is going to search us our M-Pen. Yes. This is not the greatest what we can do here. Since we have no cards in grave. We're going to go like this. We're going to set to and pass.
There's something to be clear about with card economy.
Now on, we're going as soon as he fucking draws, we're gonna activate Harpy's Featherstorm. It's such a cracked card. If you can afford to run this, run this. You don't even have to have Harpist, but it just negates all of their cards until the end of this turn to get any monster effects your opponent activates. Like what? And if they destroy it in the back, like ugh. Am I playing? Oh, I'm playing Blue Eyes.
It's always Blue Eyes, man.
It's fucking gold. Okay.
Yeah. The amount of gold players running Blue Eyes is insane.
You know what I should have done? I should have Book of Moon. He's an idiot.
The only he just doesn't read, which is an average Yu-Gi-Oh player.
I don't think he can do anything. I think he's just gonna scoop. Because otherwise I can
scoop to 1500 damage.
Yes.
Man,
he doesn't have a normal summon that's big enough. What's their biggest? It's like Protector of the Shrine at like 800. So he can like crash.
After this turn, he can't just survive and then special summon.
Oh, he's gonna set. What a man.
Probably one of the Blue Eyes tuners. I believe the highest defense is 2000 from Sage.
Probably. Duality. This is what we need.
People don't tend to run Sage. I believe it's like 1500 defense from a.
We're going to Duality. We're looking for a Rabina. Unexplored Winds is good enough. Wish we could start off a better chain, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to activate Unexplored Winds. Do I have to... How does this work? I don't want to... Do I have to activate it to tribute, or can I...
You activate it to activate its second effect.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. There's the use effect. Let's send this.
Another thing to note is
and Stree.
Send one card. And
Stree's going to be tributed, so I'm going to bring M-Pen, and Stree's going to come back to my hand. I'm going to Chainlink 1 M-Pen, Chainlink 2 Stree, or Ostrich.
This also does what's called chain blocking, so if they have an Ash,
yep.
They can't respond to it.
It's the same thing as Moye draw 1 after Chi-Chow Synchro Summon. We're going to add Magnificent Map here. Normally you go for Dreaming Town, but I want to continue. See, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate this. We're going to reveal Stree from our hand. We're going to banish Rabina. Like this. Stree's going to come out to field. We're going to banish... we're going to Chainlink 1, Stree, Chainlink 2, Rabina.
I'd say banish the vanilla Blue Eyes. I think they need some of those cards for support.
We're not gonna shift with them anyways. We're too late in the game for it to open.
That actually does bring up a good point about Shifter, is that even if your deck can't play under it, it is a worthwhile investment due to the fact that it can shut the game down enough to slow you. So that if you're playing into a combo deck, it can make them to play a unideal board.
And now we go Rabina into no Floowandereeze cards. We could search Eaglin, or Barrier Statue. I think we should just end on Barrier Statue.
There is a possibility with their draw power they may be able to draw into a tuner that's a beat stick big enough for Barrier Statue.
I still have possibly.
Even if they do that,
I was gonna say,
their battle phase.
yeah, if they have to give up their battle phase, and if they try to swing over M-Pen, if they get something big enough, I can half its attack.
Yeah.
So it's not terrible.
Have
Plus, we have Book of Moon.
If you have any sort of recovery or efficiency, which this deck does in spades, then you are able to
phase 2.
a lot of these more explosive decks just by slowing them down, and that's where that type of dimension shifter, even without you being able to play under it, is sort of useful.
Yep. I think this guy's scoops. Honestly.
Yeah, probably. Why did I run into somebody with Book of Moon?
Let's see.
I almost wish they had streamer mode on this.
Yeah.
game.
There it is. I mean, we're in gold 5, so it's not like, ooh, but let's run it back. I guess we'll get 2
Duel
games.
Pass is an excellent investment for anybody who's.
Is there a new Duel Pass yet?
No, you're at 45 in the Duel Pass.
I'm only at 45.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I played real hard just before the thing ends, and then I stopped it because we were playing IRL. And I just got too busy.
Makes sense.
Wonder what this guy's gonna do.
One suggestion: you want to get a like hand camera, so that when you're even doing this, if you have the IRL version of the deck, or you can use or nothing else, if that has a standing, you use.
What is this?
Awful.
This is why you need Pod Duality and Prosperity. You are digging deep. This is 2 Eaglin. I don't know. I hate to be like this one guy, but sometimes the shuffling doesn't feel very random.
What do you think of Trap Trick in this deck?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
The trap?
Yes.
Well, it has to be a normal trap.
Yes.
So it'd find you Dreaming Town, but then you're wasting space.
Well, no, it would find you Harpy's Featherstorm,
Oh.
which shuts up a turn. It gets you 3 extra copies of that, as well as that if you're running infinite impermanence as a hand trap, it can pull you that, and having that set down
That's true.
as a 2 for 1 of a card.
Oh, KK what? I know this guy. I saw him on my Facebook group. This guy like slow plays.
Report him.
Yeah, I'm gonna report him. Judge!
There are no judges on Master Duel, unfortunately. You can have
Well.
these unpaid labor. Is he playing Monarchs?
No, I don't know what the fuck this guy plays. He just fucking takes forever.
It's an empty extra deck, so I'd assume Monarchs or True Draco, or maybe Trash.
Dude. Oh, I can't believe I lost the die roll of this guy. Oh, he's playing a self FTK deck? This is awful. I'm gonna win, but this is awful.
Let's pull up somebody else's
Why is
YouTube
he-
contents that we can react.
He's reading every card. Well, in the meantime.
There's this user on Pokemon Showdown that literally is called I Play Slow, and he runs like 40 seconds time around every turn like a douche.
In the meantime, I stole a meme, turned it into a token.
That's Shaq, you can't turn him into
It's
a token.
Shaq. Bruh, he turned himself into an extra Shakaroni pizza. And I made this one. Just Rabina search Eaglin with a shitty ass gif. I find it hilarious. But otherwise, IRL extra deck. I might as well take the time. He's,
Cybernetic Fusion support allows you to use that material, right?
I
Just
don't
use
know.
it. I know it's just a self.
Who knows, man? This dude takes forever. Extra deck, I would definitely, or side deck, I would definitely tell you to run Dim Barrier. It's super good. I got Change of Heart. I got Night Beam. Coming out of the sideboard, this deck needs to run spell trap removal, especially with certain decks in the format right now. You're very, very weak to trap cards and back row and anything other move or anything that's not monster removal, because you can't M-Pen negate a spell trap. You can have Avion in it, but you only get 1 Avion, because it's not like we're running a, what is it, Thunder Scree or whatever that fucking card is. It's the one that if it's returned to the hand, it special summons itself. Part of the Apex
Yeah, I'm not
Valley ones. Oh no!
Either way, it isn't.
Oh, he killed himself! Woo!
Even though you inherently go into -2, this deck's also seen as sort of investment, and getting the single negate to protect your board from something like a. Like
All right, here we go. Hopefully, we'll get a real game this time. Yo, they added Stratos as a. That's sick. Group home. Welcome to prime time, baby.
That's just a breakthrough skill due to the presence of floodgates in this.
Come on, open D shifter. I don't want to see Eagle in this time. Give me Rabina.
Lost Wind is another interesting one, but
Give me
specifically into
Rabina.
this matchup, since it's all normal summons, that doesn't go.
Eaglin again, but this is fine. Dark Ruler is perfect. Call by is good enough. Upstart. What is he playing? But yeah, we're just going to Dark Ruler, follow it up by Floowandereeze, revealing Eaglin, banishing Rubina. That's going to be the play. I would love if he had to banish his whole hand. Free banish. The hell is this?
Cubics.
Oh. I've actually never played against Cubics. They good?
I have a decent amount, but...
They negate heavy?
Not really.
Why'd he
They
go
just kind of
first?
sit there.
Oh, why'd he go first? Are they big? Are they big bodies?
They are kind of. Generally, they don't take damage. They have multiple attacks, and they deal like 3k burn damage, and that's that type of thing.
Oh, so like... What?
This is just a starter.
Oh.
Cubic Wave should be in the graveyard. No?
No.
Huh.
Let me read these cards. Cubic. Okay, that's in the graveyard. Fusion summon 1. You can ban if a face-up Cubic monster is destroyed by battle or leaves the field, you can banish this card, especially summon 1 level 4 from your hand or deck, ignoring it.
So he's just gonna plan to stall. And if you have no removal that isn't...
Oh, there's Rubina! Oh! Okay, this is perfect, actually. So we're going to activate Floowandereeze, the Magnificent Map. We're going to reveal Rubina, banish Stree, because that's the one we don't have in our hand. That way we can continue and keep D-Shifter alive. Now we're going to normal summon Rubina. Chainlink 1 Rubina, Chainlink 2 Stree. Go back to my hand, my ostrich. Rubina is going to search Barrier Statue, which we're going to use our turn summon on. Now we're going to go into Eaglin. We're going to Eaglin search Empen. Yes. Empen Chainlink 1. Probably put the safest to put it over here just in case there's a Geonator Translocator. Empen, Rubina, Eaglin. Rubina is your best Floowandereeze card, the Floowandereeze card, so you always want to have it like isolated and protected as much as you can, so its effects always go off.
Never leave home without it.
Pretty much, you're packing heat. Alright, now we're going to add Dreaming Town to our hand for next turn.
Depending on the success of your strategy, you may or may not have to set a card just so you don't discard at the end of your turn.
Yeah. Now we're going to... How do I want to continue from this? I'm going to normal summon. We're going to... I don't want to activate Dark Ruler.
I'd save it till you can get a decent amount of card advantage off of sending them. Because otherwise they'd be shuffled back into the deck. So
Yeah, I guess. I want to extend, but I'm out of searches on my good ones. So we're just going to pass through here. We're going to go straight into him. We're not going to banish a card. Not going to take any damage. He's going to get his card back. What? Yeah, why didn't he activate this card?
it doesn't really matter when he activates it if you're going to attack in. Might also be saving it for his turn.
I guess. Now, we just get to play on their turn. I'm going to set Call By and Dreaming Town. We're going to go.
It does bring me to a point about combo decks and why you see Dark Ruler no more in this, as opposed to some of the more traditional stuff like Forbidden Droplets is something that kind of goes back and forth between things. But even if Forbidden Droplets is better in the current meta, Dark Ruler is probably preferable in this deck. Just because your plan is basically to try and shut them down and then play your turn on theirs, or with their whole board set up, and then set up
What does
your
this card
board.
do? It's return to another player's turn if monster was sent to your graveyard this turn. Is this is main phase one?
Yeah.
What is he? I don't understand. What he
Checking the duel log.
yeah. Dharma, so he's banishing it, adding it to his hand. I'm going to Call By this. I just don't want him to have resources, and if this is his only hand, he might just scoop here. Then I'm going to Dreaming Town.
The only real breaker in this deck is the continuous spell triggering. So beyond that, you're pretty much...
We're going to normal summon Rubina. Beautiful.
As you can see, when the normal summon that resolves the end of a chain, that resolves in a separate chain afterwards.
Yep.
Just something to keep in mind for the
Fairy scoops. I think we can fit one more quick one in there. This hand's not bad at all. This hand is actually kind of cracked.
Imagine having paid for everything for Cyber Dragon just from to release a structure deck in the game.
Now, M-Pen being in hand's not terrible. You'd never want to open more than one tribute, though. This poor soul. This poor kid. No.
With 4,
Well, sometimes you just open everything.
with 4 of your 5...
Rabina Search. Come on, Beta Nash. Or, no, Beta Baylor. Tasty.
Speaking of Baylor, there is sort of a interesting thing.
We're going to add Avian.
That's to note that you can't use Baylor as a breaker due to the fact that it's restricted to your opponent's turn.
We're going to end on him. Chain Link. 1 M-Pen. 2 Rabina. 3 Eaglin.
I brought up the breaker potential due to the fact that for Imperm and for Forbidden Chalice, you can do that as a more of a flexible means.
Yeah. I got shut down because like two games in a row, my buddy just Imperned me, Lancia'd everything. And then today we were playing, I was trying to D-shifter him. Every time I had D-shifter, he had Call By in his hand. Thank God for TCG 1-ofs.
I'm not a big fan of Lancia, to be honest.
Let's check my graveyard here. Okay, not the greatest.
I'm going
So
to
don't
check
get the additional normal summon. Yeah, we're just gonna go Dreaming Town. No, we'll leave it for now. We're going to set this. I probably should have started with a Pot of Duality, but we don't do that out here. Otherwise, you normally would. Eaglin, M-Pen. You see this fucking shit?
No,
What is this? We're gonna take Rabina.
I'm trying to find cards. There's a bad pot of one.
We're going to activate this over here. That way I contribute. I'll be able to tribute his turn, or his mana on his own turn. We're going to shuffle away Eaglin and Rabina to get 2 extra draws.
Interesting hand trap if you can avoid the cost.
We're going to activate that just as removal protection, so he has a target. Hope to God that he doesn't have Harpies. But it's not the worst.
This might be a sideboard option. I'd only really recommend it if you're
We're
playing
going to go swinging in.
cards that don't mind being discarded.
What is this?
Red Eyes.
He's playing Red Eyes. Oh, this guy loses too.
What the potential? This card's in the graveyard. Interesting.
Okay.
Chaos Hunter is a card that prevents your opponent from banishing cards while it's face up on the field and is able to special summon itself on your opponent's turn.
Yay!
Or
Yay!
discarding one. You go minus
What does this
1,
card
which
do?
will also prevent all the recursion.
You can special summon this card from the graveyard. What? Oh.
On this ladder specifically, I might recommend that due to the
Interesting.
fact that
They must have just added the new Red Eyes, huh?
yeah, probably. But that card, there's 2 other matchups you want to look out for, and that's Sword Soul as well as Dogmatica Shit All Invoked. And both of those rely very heavily
What is
on banishing.
this?
So
Archfiend
Chaos
of
Hunter is a
Lightning.
decent hand trap.
Oh, he's just using it to get over my Floowandereeze and M-Pen. Okay.
Has he read that it can't work?
I don't think so. People don't read.
Or does he also realize that he's playing a normal monster that's level 6? And needs to be normal summoned again?
That's a good question. I think it's just meant to be social summoned.
Probably. I wasn't doubting that, it's just like, I don't even like that card in Red Eyes, to be honest.
It's Red Eyes players, Leo. Not as bad as Blue Eyes players, but
Like Blue Eyes. Did you know that Blue Eyes made it to Worlds once? Wow.
one time, you know, everyone's hanging on to a prayer.
No, it won Worlds one time, made like 30 decks of the top 30 was ridiculous.
Alright, now I'm just
Nah,
going
it's
to
got-
end phase. The start of his turn, going to shotgun Harpy Storm.
30 is wrong, but I believe the top match ended up.
Mainly because if this resolves, I'm just going to have my Floowandereeze, and I'm going to rise him. Rubina, search Eaglin, and I'll then go off.
Getting Ryzen on your turn is almost as bad as getting Trishula on your turn.
Best part is I can use one of his monsters for my Ryza and just spin everything. Because I can just spin Archfiend back to hand and then grows discard to grave. And then I can probably get rid of his Red Eyes in grave.
You think you should spin the equip card back?
No.
No.
I was going to spin Red Eyes because the equip card goes back to the grave anyway.
Goes to the grave, yeah, but you can add a level 1 monster. I believe they have some starters like that.
What adds a level 1 monster?
One that goes to the graveyard, the equip Baby Dragon.
I don't know. I think he's struggling reading. He's got some kind of effect to activate because I'm trying to respond to with Floowandereeze in Dreaming Town. Yeehaw!
You might have just rage quit and it's just timer stalling now.
Possibly. Oh, there we go. End of main phase. Yeah, you thought you could get away from me? No. The Rabina. Oh. Okay. All right. Eaglin. Yeehaw! Ryza. Normal Ryza. Oh wait, no, I don't wanna. No. Yes. There we go. If this card is special summoned, yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna spin this. And
Attributing that.
being at, yeah, attributing.
I'm making sure you know.
I'm gonna spin this. And does this card count as a Red Eyes? The name is still there, but I think
So. It doesn't count as a dragon.
let's put Harpy Feather on the top.
If it was on the top of their deck, I honestly would have just given them vanilla.
We'll activate. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want him having that name. Plus, I can recur with Toucan next turn then. Rubina search Toucan. Rubina's going to add back to my hand because I normal summon Mega Ryza.
If
Yes.
this card is normal, yes, okay. So you see there, you couldn't chain block with Ryza due to the fact that it was mandatory, so when he has the optional effects, they happen to chain afterwards.
So yeah, so got M-Pen with cards in hand to cut attack. They can't activate. Oh, crazy. Who do I want to keep here? They have 1,000. Let's make them swing over that.
They all have 1,000.
I don't know why he just didn't wipe out my back, bro.
Although sacking Eaglin is probably the smart play there because it can recur itself.
Yeah.
Banishing. Just explaining for chat.
Oh.
This game is really dumb.
I've already used Rubina's effect, so I don't get the extra normal summon. But now I get Eaglin back for next turn just in case I didn't have him on.
Wait, you used it on his turn already?
Yeah. Off of Dreaming Town. Now he's just going to swing over. Perfect.
Wow, it sucks.
Yeah, this dude is a fucking mook.
So that you don't look like this guy, you can also just click on the duel log and like read the card.
Yeah, so you can see you can banish one card from your hand that opponent's monster's current attack and defense become halved until the end of his turn. That's why I kept M-Pen. Because at the very least they would have had a card with 2050. Oh no, not Red Eyes.
If you're in real life, you can also just ask to read people's cards. I don't believe they can turn you down.
That's what they ended on.
If they do, maybe call a judge.
Interesting. Okay.
With no summon. Can't they have brought that back to vanilla?
So, who knows? I'm going to reveal Eaglin so I get my additional normal summon. We're going to banish Rubina. We're going for Harpy Harpist here to bounce and then go for game. Chainlink 1 Eaglin. Chainlink 2 Rubina.
Just due to the fact that you run two separate names natively, I would suggest possibly running set rotation, even though it is limited. The alternative to that, or the downside.
Well, you have to run two.
You have to run two.
Yeah, you do. You have to run two different named.
Yes. You already do though.
No, I don't. There's only one field spell.
Hmm.
It's Magnificent Map.
My bad. I saw you replace that, and I thought it was a different one because the art looked different.
Okay, we're going to normal summon Rubina here.
Fake news, y'all. My bad.
Rubina is going to search Harpist. Then we're going to go into this. Easy. Attributing our old Rubina. Rubina is already added back to hand, so it doesn't matter. We're going to add Magnificent Map so that we get our extra normal summon. But yeah. I was going to end on Apex Avian and then swing, and then set Harpy's Featherstorm so he wouldn't have been able to do anything. It's as easy as that. I mean, if you got any more questions, drop them in the comments. So feel free to answer, but it's kind of a deck that plays for itself as long as you can chain link properly and keep control of your resources. You have to have a search target to be able to get that extra normal summon. So if you normal summon Eaglin, you have no other Floowandereeze monsters in your deck, you cannot get that extra normal summon. You have to get that search because it's all one effect. Same with M-Pen, you have to get that spell, and then you get the extra normal summon. Stree you have to banish, Toucan you have to recur. So with Toucan you have to be very careful that you're actually activating Toucan's effect, especially a Master Duel, because you can just be clicking buttons. But Toucan's effect, you have to target a card and bring it back to your hand by Toucan's effect. It's just any Floowandereeze card, but if you just banish a card off of what's it called? Magnificent Map, then you can Toucan effect to bring it back to your hand, and then you still have that effect to recur later on in the turn. But you just have to be very careful, especially with Toucan. That's probably the biggest one that people mess up on. Instead of adding it back to its hand by its own effect. But thank you guys for watching. Do you have anything else to say?
Well, have a good day, y'all.
Hey, you have a wonderful night, guys. See you next time.